South Korea's National Security Advisor Hoon has been saying that Seoul and Washington have no difference in opinion when it comes to declaring an end to the Korean War, and that it's all part of a process of denuclearizing North Korea. His comments come after talks in Washington on Thursday with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Kim Min-ji with the details.
A declaration to formally end the Korean War was always on the negotiating table and part of the denuclearization process. That's according to South Korea's National Security Advisor Hoon following talks with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in Washington on Thursday. Speaking to reporters, Seo said there's no difference of opinion between Seoul and Washington on the matter.
The issue was always on the negotiating table. There exists no difference of opinion between Seoul and Washington on the matter.
Seo said the issue is about which stage in the process it should happen and how closely linked it should be to North Korea's denuclearization. His comments are likely in reference to claims that South Korea is seeking to declare an end to the Korean War, regardless of progress on denuclearization talks. President Moon Jae-in has recently repeated calls for an end-of-war declaration to reignite the stalled peace drive. When asked if his visit was to rekindle diplomacy on the Korean peninsula ahead of the U.S. presidential election, Seo said Seoul-Washington relations must be maintained regardless of the vote. He also stressed that inter-Korean ties don't just involve the two Koreas, saying every issue needs to be discussed with the U.S. and neighboring countries.
We have been closely coordinating on inter-Korean relations or North Korea's nuclear negotiations with Secretary Pompeo since he was the CIA director.
It was Seo's first U.S. trip since he assumed his post in July. Seo said he has had productive discussions on a wide range of bilateral issues and has shared evaluations of the conditions on the Korean peninsula and views on ways to manage the situation. On Wednesday, he met his U.S. counterpart, Robert O'Brien. Seo will depart for Seoul on Friday. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.